Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. It is time for Artifacts of Romulus again here on All on the Table. I am Jen Giggles, your master of ceremonies and whatnot. I'll be going live to our to the rest of the cast here in a second. Just want to thank you all for joining us. We'll be continuing our adventure where we left off outside of a fortified town of kobolds who are defending themselves against lizard folk. And unfortunately, Lee is not able to join us today, so Yorick is just going to be a NPC wandering around with the rest of the party. And our game master today is Jenny.
Greetings and salutations to all the little people out there in internet world. I am Jenny with a G, and I am our keeper of secrets. It is an alternate title for a DM. I have chosen it because it's gender neutral.
And Nick.
Hello, I am Nick. Today I will be playing Sorknir Starcaller, a dwarf with a very long line, a dwarf with a royal line which is long-lasting, on a mission to unite his two peoples.
And of course, that brings us to Nobody.
Howdy. Nobody. Being all mysterious today, I will be playing the role of Yolna Wodwasa, a Leonin druid who's mostly curious about what all this is about.
And I am playing Rafe LeBeau. By the way, that is a very lovely hood. I do like it.
Thank you very much.
I am playing Rafe LeBeau, a rabbit folk who sometimes still has ancestral flight and freeze responses triggered by the things that she sees in the world. But she is the Marchioness of a entire group. So I'm in a conversation with a god again. Gods are very active in this world.
We're in a conversation with a god?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, we were in this little bubble with a god. Me and Sorknir and the Owlin.
Oh yeah, you guys were in a bubble with Fro. Oh yeah, technically Fro could be considered a god.
Mm-hmm. And the one who was telling Fro that I was somebody they had met when they were a child.
Ah yes, I remember now. Fro has grown to medium, right?
I believe you said that, yes.
Yeah, Fro had pulled themselves. Oh well, had grown themselves to the same size they were when you guys were in the League of Assassins Pocket Realm.
Okay.
I remember now. Yes, you were such a small little rabbit folk at the time.
Wasn't much shorter than I am now. We grow fairly quickly.
Yes, but you were young.
Yeah, but that's just what we are. Just don't you know it? It's just hard to do. Species age and die. It's what we do,
Aye. So your mother is doing good?
Yeah, mother's doing well. Last I saw, yeah, she's pretty good.
And Da?
He's out leading his soldiers again. I don't know. Haven't seen him in a couple of months, but he's fine. Some training campaign or something.
And the siblings.
They're all good. They're all good. In their classes mostly still.
Ah, the wee ones. But we should get going. We have a very difficult task ahead of us. And Fro shrinks themselves back down. Fro snaps their fingers and then like immediately shrinks down to their normal mortal coil size. Before the bubble completely disappears.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, the silver dragon was right outside the bubble, correct?
Yeah, or inside, I forget which.
Outside.
Outside? Okay.
I think it was just Ray, Fro, Sorknir. Oh no, the dragon was there because it was 4 people. Ray, Fro, and Sorknir, and then the king.
Okay.
And what was Iona doing during this bubbled time?
To be honest, I think I must have missed this part because I don't remember it at all. So whatever you had Yolna doing as an NPC, I guess.
Oh no, it was last session at the beginning, before my phone crapped out.
Oh, okay. I must have not been able to understand. I was having a lot of trouble understanding you last time. That
I remember
explains
that.
it.
Yeah, I was having a lot of trouble with my phone.
Okay. So
But I've
this
switched
bubble
venues
then.
and it seems to be doing better.
Absolutely, yeah. It's way clearer now.
Yeah, I'm not in my apartment, I'm outside. But what were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing right before the bubble went up?
I honestly do not. I think we were pretty much just doing what we do. We were going a place, and then this bubble happened, and so I'm sort of stuck sitting outside doing my idle NPC pose.
Ah, yes. I would imagine that Iona is probably like going through different forms or whatever.
As much as I would like that, I only get 2 wild shapes a day, so probably
No,
not.
I don't mean that kind of forms. I mean forms as in like combat forms.
Oh goodness.
Like different crap, I don't know how to explain this.
No, I think I know what you're getting at, but that
Not
doesn't
physical
seem
forms, but martial forms.
right. No, honestly, I think when this bubble went up, Yolna's kind of getting used to stuff like this happening. She doesn't know it's necessarily why she was excluded. I think she just sort of curls up in that sort of shrimp shape that cats do and lays down to wait.
Iona went shrimp lion.
Yeah, there you go.
Iona went shrimp lion. Oh man, that would be such a cool picture. See a Leon in shrimp catting. But so the silver dragon has been unusually, well, not unusually, but has been quiet this whole time. And Ash comes back from where they went, because I think they went into the city somewhere. Ash is the Cobalt Princess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The younger sister of the Guildmaster, High Guildmaster of the League of Assassins.
Yep.
She comes back right as the bubble starts to go down.
Okay.
And she just kind of is standing there with her like in a rest pose, like a military rest pose. So like hands behind her back, feet apart.
Mhm.
Just like standing ramrod straight.
Sorknir turns and regards her silently, just waiting for her, since she seems like she's got something to say or do.
Once the bubble is fully down, Ash walks over to her father well, not walks, kind of flutter, like fly sprints, I guess you could say, just like quick flies over to her, like right in front of her father, and gives a wing salute. So like she takes one of her wings and just puts it up to her head. Father, there has been another attack. It is ongoing. It seems that the leader is with them this time.
What conflict does she speak of?
What was that?
What conflict is this?
The silver dragon I can't remember what form we gave the dragon.
I think he was in human form for the moment.
Some kind of humanoid form. I can't remember what form it was. No, I think he was an owlin.
Oh.
I think we had him in a medium-sized owlin form.
Okay.
If memory serves. So yeah, he kind of shifts around and kind of does like a little huff of their breath weapon. So ice, just kind of like a plume of like cold mist pops out of his mouth in kind of like an angry way.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like he's pissed. He wants to go, but he knows he can't, kind of thing. Then he turns to all of you and says, I apologize for the quick turnaround, but it seems your services are required sooner than expected.
Do tell, great king.
It seems that the lizard folk king has appeared with his soldiers.
Gilna uncurls and stretches out, doing that sort of four paws out, big yawn thing that cats do, and just sort of, finally, I've been so looking forward to finding something to hunt.
Yep, pretty much. Rafe hops over by Yolna.
Sarknir
yeah,
goes and walks over to the two of them as well.
We're ready to go, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Aye. Sarknir unhooks his shield and places it in front of him. The very dwarfen just like, yep, ready.
It is time.
The stately manner of it, not the mace out, just the shield on the ground where it's, up to like navel height or something like that, and he's just kind of resting there like.
All right, let's roll.
Very well. Where is this attack taking place? If there is a lizard king to be smote, let us dine well.
Sarknir nods emphatically for a moment and then gets kind of confused, thoughtful moment, and turns back to Iolna. Do you eat lizard?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. We'll just keep that. Let's do some
back.
RP while we wait.
Yep.
I think Yolna just shrugs, and it really depends. I mean, most of the time I do end up being carnivores, so why let it go to waste?
Most practical.
Spend all your energy hunting something and then just leave it there? That's just impractical.
What was that?
I certainly
Iolna has
agree not wasting of a creature. I had not thought to be eager for the dish.
Perhaps a change in perspective may be useful. I find it far more palatable. Some mouths enjoy, shall we say, the spoils of the hunt more than others.
There we go.
Sorknir begins contemplating his mouth.
So Fro turns to Sorknir and gives them, like, literally just says, "It time."
Aye.
And then Fro just starts to glow.
Ah. Time. And Sorknir begins
On
looking
my side.
above where Fro is.
And Fro literally shoots up in height from their very small stature to 12 feet tall. And they don't just turn more humanoid, they also are extremely, extremely beautiful.
Full of
And
surprises, that one.
her voice takes on a very melodic and melodic and I guess, wait, would lilting kind of be like,
Lilting is a little sing-songy.
yes, melodic and lilting voice.
Okay.
Sorknir Stonecaller. Kneel.
And Sorknir moves the shield out of the way and kneels before Fro.
Fro holds out her left hand and like in kind of like as if she was grasping something, and in her hand a blade made of all the natural elements and pure light appears in her hand. Sorknir Stonecaller, beloved of both Brock and Sindri, descendant of my friends. I name you Thane to the mortal coil. To me, the celestial owl of the mortal coil. The privileges and the responsibility of being my Thane fall on your shoulders. You accept this.
Sorknir slowly raises his head.
You kind of went robot-y.
Look all the way up, so it's kind of
Nick, you've gone robot-y.
Fine on my end.
He's fine here.
How about now?
I gotta refresh.
And here I thought he was going to be a prince of some kind. He's still lower ranked than me.
Okay, testing.
So, upon being asked to swear the oath, Sorknir begins to attempt to look up to Fro, which ends with him just tilting and craning so that the one eye can kind of take in the near the top Fro's form.
I swear upon both my houses. I will hold the oath.
Good. And a smaller form of Fro, like they still are like the same looks, but it's now more closer to Sorknir's size. While Fro is still 12 feet tall, a smaller avatar shows up right in front of right in front of Fro, holding an identical sword to the one that large Fro is holding. The avatar flips the sword around so the handle is facing Sorknir, and they kind of take the pommel and like tap you on the forehead, not the shoulders, just the forehead, and a very bright, not very bright, but a very bright but minimalistic light shines around you. So kind of like you get like an aura of bright light for a minute, and then it fades, and the avatar holds the smaller sword out to you.
Sorknir
Upon the
rises
taking,
and holds it.
One sec, Sorknir, one sec. Upon the taking of this blade, you accept all of the responsibilities and privileges that come with being my fave. May you have good fortune.
Sorknir rises and accepts the sword as a ceremonial item and stows it in.
You have to grab you're supposed to grab the hilt.
It grabs the hilt and the blade, like holding it ceremonial. So like the hilt is being supported, but also the blade. Dwarfs don't use swords that often, so he's not thinking of it as
not a
like
sword being given to you like a ceremonial blade. It's think of Kingdom Hearts. Upon the taking of this key, it's like the inheritance ritual.
yeah. So he's holding it ceremonial. He's holding it with reverence. You're handing
It's
it.
just the dwarven way to take the blade.
Takes the handle.
Okay.
Takes the handle of the blade, and now he's got.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also grabs
the
like yeah. So kind of like this, not like this.
Yeah.
So like
it's a motion.
Yeah. So you're grabbing the handle and then switching.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Because if you tried to if you went like this, it's not really.
It wouldn't be there. Yeah.
It's not accepting the blade. It's just grabbing it. But when your hand closes around the hilt as you're turning it, the sword turns into motes of light, and where the pommel had touched your forehead, the symbol for the mortal coil shows up on your forehead with an owl standing at the top of it. Its wings, so kind of like an Athenian coin, but with an the owl looks like an Athenian coin owl standing on top of the symbol for the mortal coil.
Okay, cool. Does Sorknir feel this show up, or does he?
No, you see a light coming from your forehead, but you can't see it. And the once the light from that, like once all the motes of light have entered your body through your forehead, it stops glowing and it becomes a golden version. So you can't see it, but the others can. It's not black, it's gold. It's a gold symbol. When it stops glowing, your size increases to 5'4" 3/4. You go from 4'5" to 5'4" 3/4.
Whoa.
Keeping the same proportions, you're just taller. Your proportions just expand.
You know, I'm beginning
I
to get a
am
little
mighty.
jealous. I thought the shape-changing thing was my job.
I don't think you'll have to worry about me changing back to a smaller self.
Your increased the avatar disappears and Fro shrinks down to a high medium.
So like 6 foot something. Yeah.
Sorknir puts the
About
sword
six
away.
and a half. About 6.5 feet tall. So a low large.
Okay.
So yeah, a high, medium, low, large kind of size. And then she starts speaking again and says, "Your increased size is a not a result, a boon for being my Thane. And that symbol on your forehead is your badge of office. It's not flush against your skin, you can actually feel it. It's a raised, it's kind of like a raised brand type thing, but it's not a brand.
Next
Okay,
time,
Teal'c.
ask.
I do appreciate the object lesson, though. Don't take objects from deific beings unless you want new tattoos.
Oh god.
Sorknir grunts grumpily in response.
Yeah.
Though also still taking in his new largeness with obvious happiness.
Yeah. With the title of Thane, you also gain dominion over the caravan. Traversing it will be much easier for you from now on.
Going to do something about this menagerie as well.
Sorknir grumbles barely
Does anybody
audible.
remember the name of the female Tarask? I completely forgot it.
I believe it was just Terry.
Oh yeah, okay, Terry.
It was terrible.
Fro literally just like waves her left arm, just kind of like in such a way where like well actually no, not left to right, up, like down to up, and Terry, like as her arm goes up, like Terry just materializes beside Fro, and Fro turns to Terry and just kisses her on the snoot, kisses her on the snoot, and she turns into motes of light and disappears.
Rafe's palpable anxiety has gone down 1 level.
I would say 2.
No, just one. Just one right now. There's a dragon still in the vicinity.
That looks like a medium-sized owlin.
Still an owl person dragon. Only 1 level.
Yeah.
She's not gone down much.
Okay. You all must get going.
Indeed. I rather thought we were going to before the light show.
Apologies. Apologies. That was a, how can you say, insurance policy of mine to make sure nothing untoward were to happen to you all if I were to leave.
Goodness.
Me and Sorknir have been discussing this for a while. It wasn't the right time until now. Another Lizard King showing up so soon after the last one was dispatched is very troubling. They normally only show up every couple centuries, but it has only been about 3 decades.
That. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not good. No.
Forgive me for my ignorance. Is it just a large lizard, or what's so special about these lizard kings?
Lizard folk are normally, groups of lizard folk are normally ruled by a shaman or shamaness. But every once in a while, a corrupted lizard folk will be born who will be more powerful and takes over from the shaman or shamaness.
Well, that doesn't sound like too much of a problem. For
They're
us, I
quite
mean.
a bit stronger.
Well, if we've got, we got to fight, right? So, yeah, yeah, we can do that. Been watching a bit too much DS9. Miles O'Brien's accent's wearing off on me today. It's hard to get into the Minnesota
Nice.
accent.
That's a perfect accent for a Rafe.
It's the Minnesota one though. She's from
Yeah,
the
I know it's the
Midwest.
Minnesota one, but Miles O'Brien mixed with a Minnesota accent is perfect.
Oh, don't you know?
Okay.
We've got the power here. We can do some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Let us away.
One second. To expedite your journey, I will impart a couple steeds upon you. And he, like the king waves his hand, and 4 dragon horses. No, they are not dragons. They're like kobolds. They're
Uh-huh.
they're draconic horses. They're not really dragons. They're just
Yep.
scaled horses.
Are they beasts?
They are some kind of a beast.
If you've ever seen what anime was it? But they're not 4-legged. Think of a raptor, but not as spiky teeth.
Right. I'm just asking, like, subtype over here.
Subtype.
Has
Are they a
features to
beast?
think
Are
about.
they an aberration? Are they a monster? What's
They're herbivorous raptors. Let's just leave it at that.
They're a beast.
Yeah, they're herbivorous raptors.
Okay,
So they
I'm adding that
qualify
to
as
my
a
list,
beast
then.
for you. Yes.
Yes, they would.
Excellent.
But you cannot currently turn into a dragon horse.
No?
No, you are too low of a level.
Okay.
That's some
What
HP on
is
those
the
things.
CR there?
That's a level 10 or 12 transformation.
Good to know. Alrighty.
They wouldn't be
so,
they wouldn't be a very good thing to turn into unless you're literally just trying to get one of your party members away from danger. That's
Doesn't
pretty much
hurt
all
to
they're good for is
practice.
speed. That's all they're good for is speed.
All right. So let's ride.
Yeah. Sorknir, Rafe, Iona, and Yorick all hop on the dragon horses, and Fro sits in front. Fro shrinks down to their small size and sits in front of Sorknir. And Ash rides up. Ash had flown away right after she gave her report. Rides up with another with a large dragon horse. I'm just gonna call them H-Raptors. Rides up with an H-Raptor, with a large H-Raptor that's probably the size of a small T-Rex, and leads the way towards wherever you guys need to go.
Okay.
What would normally have taken you guys well over 2 days on any other mount, or even with the caravan, it only takes 2.5 hours. To get where you're going. That's how fast these things are. I'd give them a movement speed of probably about 100. At a walk.
That is pretty insanely fast.
That's at a
Yes.
walk.
Yes, it is.
When they're running, it's probably about 300.
You hear Sorknir swearing audibly for the majority of the trip, as getting used to his new size as well as this speed are two very unwelcome sources of G-forces on this dwarf's body that he was not expecting today.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
when you guys arrive, you find a fortress town.
Sorknir
All of
jumps off
the
and begins to
outlying-
retch.
All of the outlying farms have been razed to the ground. And all livestock, there is no sign of any livestock. Any crop fields have been burned, but there's no sign of any dead livestock.
Oh, those lizard folk are carnivorous. Yeah.
And you guys are, because you guys can see the surrounding.
Raptors for the past.
They're like a base form kobold.
So you're
okay.
so
Like a
you're
base-
you're going with
a wingless
Tremors
cobalt.
3.
Yes.
Tremors 3 was in your brain on it.
But a
Okay.
velociraptor. No, really just like those wings strapped onto a velociraptor as we know it, and which is
Okay.
also why he was so
Oh, everybody's got low internet. We'll be back. Hang on. What is going on here? Yeah, give us a minute here. Give us a minute here. They're coming back. We've lost connection. Hang on. I might need to refresh. Let me try this. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me get everybody back in. Okay, now we're back. Hang on, let me see if everybody's loading. Just a moment. Got no pictures for anybody still. Can anybody hear everybody else? Or can we not see them? I can hear you. I can too, but I've got nothing. They're not coming through into OBS right for some reason. Hang on. You can't hear me. Okay. Oh, good, good. Okay, so can you guys refresh? Because I'm not getting anything from anybody except sound. Nothing's coming through to OBS at all. There we go. I've got nobody and Nick back on
Hello.
OBS. You'll come through. Let's make sure you're coming through the
hear me.
stream here. And got Jenny back too. Okay.
Looks like we're good on stream now.
All right. We're ready to go then.
Yep.
Okay, so we were overlooking destroyed farmsteads from a hill,
Yes.
and I now understand the creature that I am riding.
Yes.
A scaly bird thing like a chocobo.
More like a draconic axebeak.
Same thing, really.
Really?
Uh-huh. Axebeaks were loosely based on chocobos, or the other way around. I forget which.
Yeah, and if you were to make a scaly chocobo, it would look very similar to an axebeak or
Raptor.
Velociraptor style. Yeah, for sure. Which makes a lot more sense now that we know that dinosaurs became birds.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we're overlooking the destruction, and we're all chatting of how horrible this is and how terrible these lizard creatures.
Yeah.
must be
The
to
second
do
you guys
all of
stopped,
this destruction.
Fro hopped up onto the dragon horse that Fro and Sorknir are riding. Saw the destruction and literally fell off the dragon horse. Just like fainted, flat out fainted.
Well, that seems a little much. They're not even burned down. You can fix it. It's fine.
The farms were razed. As in, like, everything is smoking and all the fields are burnt.
Ah, well, even better. You need that once or twice a year to get your crops going again.
Oh, yeah, you don't know. Well, yeah, you do know because you heard the oath, but... Fro is literally the celestial owl of the mortal coil, so... It's pretty much like hurting Fro.
Well,
By
that's
hurting,
not a great
anytime anybody is hurt on the mortal plane, it hurts Fro.
No, the mortal plane itself.
The raising of the towns is hurting. What is hurting Fro then?
The fields having been burnt.
That's strange. I mean,
It's malicious intent. It's not like it's done to like refresh the field. It was malicious intent.
Okay, so the intent is what causes that. Do we feel that? Is this something that now with Sorknir's new mantle that Sorknir gets
To a lesser,
feel
you will
of?
be it will make you uncomfortable. It won't knock you out, but it will make you very uncomfortable and might piss you off.
Okay, so Sorknir already not a happy camper from this, from just traveling here, from seeing Fro fall down. Sorknir kind of looks over with a very just like confused, like, like, even for you, what are you doing? You're being weird, Fro. Look, and then as he like tilts over, he just feels the roiling in his stomach of the pain of the land entering him, and he just kind of catches himself and
Yeah,
nearly retches. Which
yeah, because
he's
as
gonna
like
catch
when you
himself if you were in the
like, yeah,
fire
like when you
zone there, Fro.
when you lean down to see how Fro is no, you don't lean down, you hop down.
He's not jumping off just yet. He's leaning over, kind of like what are you doing? He's not hopping off yet. He's big
Okay.
now. That comes with measuring yourself a little bit more carefully.
Then I think I know what happens. You accidentally touch the ground
Oh, okay.
with your fingers because you're not used to your new arm length, so you accidentally brush your fingers against the ground, and that's
just,
when
like,
you feel
actually
the
touch.
roiling.
Okay. That's when he actually.
Fro can feel it without even touching the ground, but because they're the celestial owl. But when you touched the ground, you felt it in both your dwarf part and your Thane part. The earth is in pain.
Do I feel it in my sigil?
Oh yeah,
You
you
now
feel
have
it in
a
your
new
sigil, but you also
headache.
feel it in your your soul. The earth is in pain.
Sigil face.
Oh no, like you can tell that you can tell it from both your soul because the earth itself is in pain, but also because of the malicious intent behind what was done. You kind of feel like a pulsing from your like you feel it from both your soul and your sigil. It's not painful, it's just
This is
uncomfortable.
This is
A feeling you don't like.
work you're not done as part of the cycle. This was done purely to destroy, to damage. It is an abomination.
And yet, in the next season, those fields will be more fertile than they've ever been. These things happen.
Something feels wrong with that this time. Normally, I would agree.
He's still kind of just holding his stomach, like, what is this?
And
Rafe's
literally
gonna blast her way into one of the fields. She's just gonna ride into one of the fields and hop off the critter and touch the soil and lick her finger.
before you even lick your finger, you just feel a very malicious energy coming from behind you. From where the rest of them are. From where the rest of you guys are.
Okay.
Because you are a sorceress, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sorceress. You feel it first.
Okay.
Well, between you, Iona, and Yorick.
Yeah, Yorick would feel it the same. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Yorick would feel it, but the very first one to feel it is Sorknir. But out of the other three of you, you are the very first one to feel it. Because you
Okay.
actually have the closest connection to the celestial owl,
Okay.
being a Harangon.
Okay. After I hop off,
It is coming
I've
from
hopped off.
Fro.
I'm gonna. Oh, Fro is feeling evil. Great.
No, it's not evil. It's malicious, as in like Fro is pissed.
Oh well, that's fine. I'm gonna lick this ground and see.
The ground is extremely salty.
It will not grow here for a long time. This is a lot of work to clear.
Fro actually goes beyond their normal mortal coil body.
Okay.
They grow to their full celestial size,
Okay.
which is 24 feet tall.
Okay.
And literally, Fro literally just starts stomping. Well, storming towards the fortress.
Fortress? There's a fortress?
We were overlooking
This
it.
is in a
Oh,
yeah. The fortress is
that's
the
right. The
center of the
fortress was-
town. All
Gotcha,
the farms
okay.
surround the fortress. All the farms are outside the wall, and then the fortress is in the
Gotcha.
center. So it's like a castle town where the castle's in the center, and then like the village is outside it. Kind of thing. But it's a It's a fortress. Fro literally has a burning red aura around her as she is stomping towards the fortress.
Well, I don't know. That's being near an angry god might not be a good idea.
I mean, that's generally my principle, yes.
Sorkir, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait, I think it would be Constitution to resist the pull of your lady.
That's a wisdom.
That'd be Wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, then roll Wisdom.
Okay.
Would that be an opposed roll or just Sorkner roll?
Roll versus a DC or an opposed roll.
That's what I wanted to know. Like, would it be a versus DC or would I roll something too? Is just what I was wondering.
Typically, a class against the spell casting DC of a mind control effect. So it's going to vary
Okay.
depending on what you want to do.
Sarkner rolls a mighty 6. I'm gonna guess he's overcome.
You gain a red aura too, and you follow Fro.
I feel like
Sarkner just
Yorick would
gazes
just
up
charge
and
off
just-
at that same point.
Pulls out his hammer and begins marching.
Yeah, you
Right.
literally pull a front flip off the dragon horse and just book it after Fro.
I feel like Yorick would follow them because Yorick's that kind of a character.
I was like,
Oh,
Sarkner, what's
York
wrong?
is-
He's just taking after him, like, what's going on? But although really, it's still like kind of a lazy walk while he's keeping up with even like the 5'5" dwarf.
Oh no, you're going fast. You're going fast.
Okay,
Like you're keeping
a
up
little
with
bit of a
Fro.
walk.
You're keeping up
It's a
with
brisk
Fro
walk.
at 24 feet tall.
So that's a dwarf natural sprinter, huh?
Apparently.
Oh no, it's due to the aura of the owl.
I'm
That's
sure,
the
but
debuff,
it's the dwarf
Yorick.
and natural
I mean,
sprinting.
I'm Sorkner, that's the debuff.
The wisdom problem. Okay.
No, the you have a chance when there is when the mortal coil has been maliciously hurt to be overtaken by your lady's, the owl's rage.
Oh, okay.
The pull of the owl is what I'm going to call it. So what about Rafe and Iona?
Well, I have to be honest sometimes. I wonder why they really needed us. I mean, if we have a 30-foot tall giant over there who's going to go stomp the enemy for us, like...
Yeah, that's a good question. But we should probably get going. I suppose.
Nothing
At least,
else, I'm sure Yorick will
at
need
least
cover.
at least keep the other two safe from attacks from behind, because Yorick's a little blind to these things, and
Oh, goodness, yes.
Storknir's apparently caught up in a rage.
Tell the boy I said this,
Sorknir
but
goes
he's just
barbarian.
so soft-hearted.
Sorknir goes barbarian.
There's just one long yell. That's the entire sound that he's making.
So, Fro is literally charging right at the gate. And when they get within like 50 yards of the gate, they just go into a chargers pose with like one shoulder forward. And they ram the gate down and then shrink down
well,
to their small size.
Suppose you'd better get in there, then.
Yes, yeah.
Do you like a
Yeah.
lift? Oh, you've got... Okay.
I'm back up on mine and go, yeah! When you say fine, let's get in there.
The size, Fro might have shrunk, but still has the burning red aura. And so Sorknir is still under the effects.
Okay.
1 sec. Everybody roll initiative, because right on the other side of the gate is about 6 lizard folk.
All right, let's
All
take a quick break here as we are at 1 hour in right before combat starts. Let's take our break.
Okay.
We'll see everybody in about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, welcome back. We're back from break, and we are here to roll initiative and fight some lizard folk.
Yep.
All right, since Sorknir rolled in first, what did he get on initiative?
4. Straight to the head of the pack. Usual dwarven alacrity.
Yep.
I got a 23.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Rapid fast.
I'll be
I was
right
feeling
back. I
pretty good
forgot
about
my
a
water
16
bottle.
on my end, but
Respectable. It's all the rage. It's making it hard for him to figure out what he wants to actually do. Oh yeah, am I still just a rage machine there, Jenny?
Yep.
Cool. They'll make my turn easy.
gotta say, I love this hood, but it blocks my field of vision such that when I bring this up to drink, I just cannot see anything at all. I'm totally
This is the problem with anything cool. I love like, without spoiling anything for anybody, I love just a tiny conversation of addressing that in the third Mandalorian season, where finally someone asks the question of how do you eat with your helmet on? They just are like, you don't. We do this off screen.
Yes.
It was the basic explanation.
Food is something you must do in private.
Yeah.
How do you eat and keep your helmet on? You don't. This doesn't make sense, and we're declaring it. It was one of my favorite lampshade conversations I've ever seen.
Dear Dim Jarin, how do you type with boxing gloves on?
Right? You don't. I just go into the cubicle of no one seeing me, and suddenly I can do normal person things.
Right.
Like, oh, that sounds horrendously overcomplicated. Shut up, it's honorable.
That's the whole thing about why the rest of the Mandalorians really hate the children.
Look like that. I think that was where the hiccup might have been, and why you suddenly stuttered for us.
There we go. Okay, OBS is back. Oh, OBS. All right. We're ready to go. So,
Yep.
I get to go first, I take it?
Yes.
One would think.
Remember,
You guys actually rolled better than everyone else.
Remember,
Including
unlike most groups, Harengon are proficient in initiative.
Ha!
Nice.
So that makes a huge difference in
That's
my
a heck of a class feature, yeah.
No, I mean you guys even
Classic.
every one of you guys rolled better than the freaking lizard folk.
Well, that happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
it surprised the crap out of me when I rolled for them. I'm like, wait, holy crap, you guys rolled a lot better than that. They
All
rolled
right.
a 6, and like the rest of them were 5s.
So yeah, you basically tied them, Sorknir.
Yeah, still faster than me, but only barely. If I'd have been 2 inches taller, I'd have caught up to him.
1 sec.
Need to squeeze a little more juice out of my symbol here. This is what he's doing on his turn through the rage. I definitely love my Teal'c badge.
It's a good badge, yeah.
I love that episode. How did you get it? Molten gold is poured into the open wound. Isn't that painful? Extremely.
Yeah, it seems pretty painful.
Yeah. Hi. They're standing in front of you and you're trying to intimidate that person. How smart are you?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't
Oh.
trying to intimidate him. They were just impressed.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, a couple of them were intimidated, but Jack was just like, "That's impressive."
Jack wasn't there for that one. That's the that particular moment where where in the show he first explains it on air. It's the bug episode where he's been poked by the
That's
crazy
right.
mosquito and he's running away from everybody. So it's just
Yeah.
some street kids are like, "What's that? How do I get that, man?" And he explains it and they're like, "Oh God." He just tells a bunch of preteens that someone just gouged this symbol into his forehead and then poured liquid gold, molten gold into the wound in order to make that.
After after it having been tattooed on his head for how many years?
Right?
Oh,
And that's just ash. That just wipes right off.
right. It's done.
It always just looked like felt pen or something on there.
It was
The
permanent
regular
marker half
symbols
the
look
time.
so cheap. They do not look like. They never looked like tattoos to me.
It was permanent marker every time. It wasn't even temporary tattoo stuff.
Right?
All right, so I get to go first. I am going to deal. I'm going to do, let's see, chaotic solid lightning ability. Every enemy who is within 20 feet of my initial target takes 4d8 shock damage.
Seems
So
okay.
let's see how this goes.
Okay.
$24 shock damage.
Oh, snap.
So as long as they're all lizard folk, they all take 24 shock damage. They can save against it. But because I've got a charisma of 5, 8 plus 2. So I have a spell save DC of 16.
Fuck.
And it would have to be a reflex save to get out of the way.
Yeah, they ain't saving from that. What's the damage?
It's 24.
Let me double check something real quick. Each?
24 damage each unless they save, in which case they take half.
How you want to do this?
I hit the first one I see, and everything within 20, every other lizard folk within 20 feet of any other lizard folk takes 24 damage. They just start taking damage unless they saved. It's literally like a chunk of lightning hits one and then it balls out. It's just chain lightning in solid form. It's not
So
even like,
is it within 20 feet of the first one, or say one was 40 feet within 40 feet of the first one, but 20 feet of another one?
that. Every lizard folk that's within 20 feet of another lizard folk gets hit with this damage.
Let's put it this way. You took out everyone but the Lizard King. Every lizard folk. And you took down at least a third of the Lizard King's health with that. You took down about a third of its health.
You gave me the ability.
I forgot I gave you that ability. Now I remember giving you that ability and you asked me that exact question.
Uh-huh.
Is it 20 feet of the first one or 20 feet of each other?
20 feet of another and of any other. It's just of another.
Yeah.
I mean, Sorknir did this the last time we fought lizard folk, so
Yeah, with his
Mine's a cloud. It doesn't spread out. Yours like so yours
What's it
like
called?
Raiders of the Lost Ark and just like continuously
Yes.
chains out.
that's
And
yeah,
everything
putrefied
drops.
pierce the heavens. Or something like that.
Yep, yeah, it's the polluted pierce the heavens.
Yeah, putrefied pierce the heavens.
yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Nice.
Yeah, so you were able to reach the Lizard King, who was 85 feet in the air on the wall.
because of this line of lizard folk.
Yes, there were lizard folk coming towards the gate. So there was literally, you probably took out like 80 lizard folk.
Should stand so close to his men.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes.
You took out like 80 lizard folk and damaged the king.
Chain lightning is such a fun thing.
Anything else you want to do with your turn before we move on?
No, that I can only cast one spell a turn. So
Only.
Yeah. What's the initiative thing for? Like, what's the stat for initiative?
dexterity.
Thank you. Funnily enough, I only had 6 lizard folk. 6 plain lizard folk. Roll initiative. So I had to roll initiative for the king. What was
Good.
everybody else's initiative?
16.
Okay, Yona's next. Then the Lizard King, and then Fro, and then Sorknir.
Okay.
If the Lizard King lasts that long.
What sort of distances are we looking at here? You said the Lizard King was 85 feet in the air.
On the wall, yes.
Okay, and roughly about how far from us is that? Like to get to
He
the
was
wall in the first place?
above the gate when Fro slammed it down. He's still up there. He's literally directly above you guys.
Okay, well that's not great. Well, if he's up, I can't turn into anything that flies. I don't have anything fast enough to climb the wall to get up there. And most frustratingly, I don't have any spells with that kind of a range. So,
Shoot him with a longbow.
don't have that, but thanks for the thought.
Oh,
What was
I
it?
think Yolna's just going to sort of twist and shiver, and apologies to folks with sensitivities here as they turn into just an enormous spider and start crawling up the wall towards the lizard
Oh,
king.
they turn into a fuzzy boy. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna have to come up with between now and next month. We're gonna have to come up with code words.
No, calling it a spider straight up is what it is. It's just nope.
No, I have arachnophobia.
You're not alone in
Among a
that.
couple other phobias.
You are not alone in that.
And there's no way I'm gonna call a snake a snack. I'm gonna call it a freaking nope rope.
So-
Alrighty, then I'll stick with Rancho for the moment.
Up the wall, Iolna goes.
Indeed.
Okay.
If I
What is your
dash-
fuzzy boy's movement speed?
Ranchos have a movement speed of 40, so I can only make it about halfway up unless I dash. Which I might as well. I'm not doing anything with my action this turn, so...
If he's 85, if the top of the wall is 85 feet up, you wouldn't be able to make it all the way, would you?
Nope. I would be 80 feet up, so about 5 feet down from where he's at.
I would say don't dash.
Might as well, but I'll only take it to 70 instead of the full 80.
Okay. Give you 15 feet distance from him.
Yep. And I guess that's me.
Yep. Okay. That is the Lizard King.
Oh, I do want to be clear. Normally this form is a speed of 30 feet, but because of the bonuses you gave me, I'm a little faster. So that's why it's 40.
Nice.
Just want to, point that out so I don't get got by the rules lawyers.
Does the 12 hit?
Who?
Iona.
It does not.
Okay. I'm gonna take it. With multi attack, do you get the +5 to hit with both?
No,
You should, yeah, because a multi-attack is just an action, right? So
yeah, multi attack.
the +5 would be your modifier to attack, not a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a 18,
That'll do it.
and then. For 6 damage.
Righto. Can I ask what he's hitting me with? Is he just dropping stuff off the wall on me?
No, he's got 2 tridents. He threw both of them at you.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's
The
a
first one
trident on the
missed you
floor.
by like 3 inches, and the other one just like impacts one of your legs.
But like most shape-shifting druids, you're half tank anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
That is my job.
Let's see.
That's the Lizard King, then I believe Fro is the next one up.
Yep. I am Fro is literally gonna use their what's it called? Their divinity plight, and which is pretty much just it's a bonus action. And they're literally just gonna fly up and try to punch the fuck out of the Lizard King. His DC, I mean AC is... Okay, that hits. For 10. Okay, he's down about halfway. He's starting to look unstable. Now it is Sorknir's turn.
All right. Can I attempt to save against my rage?
Yes.
All right. 13.
How long would you say it's been since the rage initiated?
Yeah, you tell me. We took off. It was when we were overlooking the hill, really. So however long it took to get to the gate and start the fight.
Okay, it was
That
about
would've been
half a
fun.
mile. You being able to keep up with Fro.
Probably talking 2-3 minutes then.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out how far down the DC went. You said 13?
Correct.
You are cognizant again.
Clearing his mind, Sorknir.
You are not completely like you met the DC. You are not like you are no longer overcome by it,
Okay.
but you are still boosted by it.
I'm still boosted. So I am myself. I can think. I can.
You have
think
your mental
clearly.
faculties, but you're still under the effects of it, except for the mental faculty part.
Okay, so I'm getting boosted in some fashion right now, basically.
Yeah, it's like bless, but
Okay. Sorknir looking up. This is a new day from the last fight, right?
yes.
Okay.
You had enough time for a long rest between the last fight and the capital.
The salient point. Yes. Excellent. Thank you. So Sorknir clears his head and is looking around, and for the first time is able to take in the carnage, which was Rafe's spell, and all of the dead lizard people around him. And it takes him even a moment to find the only remaining creature. It takes him about half of his 6 seconds there. Looks up, does a quick eyeball on the spider, recognizing some of Iolna's markings.
And the
Now,
wait,
as far as where we are on the wall here for the Lizard King, is the Lizard King on like the outside? Are we underneath like a castle area? Are we visible? From
you
the
guys
sky
are
is
in
the
the
important question.
inner, like the entry courtyard.
Okay, but we're open. We're open to the sky above us.
Yeah. Iona,
Okay.
did you count? I mean, take into account your shifting armor in your AC?
I did not, but that is because Yolna has never put that armor on. So
It was the pendant,
right, yeah.
and you were always wearing it, correct?
No, she just never, like, from the moment we got it, she put it into the pack, and it's been staying there.
Oh, it's been in the pack. Oh, okay. I thought you put it on because it only activates when you have shifted.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate it, but she's just not the sort who likes deific gifts.
It's
think about
perfectly
it.
fair.
Armored fuzzy boy.
Yeah.
That's even scarier.
Not as scary.
It's a battle
as
fuzzy
gods.
boy.
Not as scary as the gods.
Oh yeah, not as scary as the gods, but
So Sorknir looks up, sees all of this going on, eyeballs the situation, and holds up the mace and calls down the thunder once more. I'm going to cast my. Where did it go again? Polluted Pierce the Heavens. And aiming it up a little bit above where the Lizard King is so that he'll be in the AoE, but making sure that Iolna is well out of the danger radius.
Appreciated.
And it comes down. Let's see here.
Sorknir, remember, Fro is also up there.
Oh, Fro is in range.
Fro
So
is in melee.
puts it where Fro is not gonna. Puts it where Fro is on the outside of it. Then.
So you're
Goes up even a little
casting
bit
it on the
higher.
opposite side of the Lizard King from Fro.
Yes.
So I'm outside the area of effect. Okay.
Yeah. The casting range on this is 100 feet, so it's going pretty much. Sorknir is like, it's a good thing that he grew that extra foot. This is like pretty much the exact like outer range of the spell to get this done.
Yeah.
Like he's casting it like this. That is a saving throw, I believe, and not an attack.
I don't remember.
Then it will be a 14 for the DC.
One sec. I'm just gonna double check the.
No, that's not correct, because then it would have what the saving throw is. Silly me. So attack roll then.
It is 2d8 element of choice. Taunt disadvantage on attacks not at Sorknir. -4 AC to target enemy until the end of next round. Long reach. Cloud of poison for 78, 10-foot radius. But we did say that each what was it called? Element had a different effect when used. So
Yep.
are you going to use the poison element, or are you going to use a different element?
We'll just go with some more light. We'll just go with some pure lightning this time.
Oh, lightning! Yes.
Keep it on theme with what the rest of the team has been doing. seeing
That is
seeing all the
a
birds,
lightning
seeing all the
ball.
holes
It
and all of
is-
the lizard men around before looking up.
Ah.
Sorknir's like, well, that obviously worked.
So it is not a area of effect. It is a direct attack.
Even better. So the point just so this column of light, this column of pale lightning comes down, and as it was like kind of big, as it channels more into the lightning, it's condensing, and just comes down as a beam straight onto the lizard.
Okay, what is the what was the attack roll?
23.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. So I'll start rolling some damages here.
Yep.
So that's 3 for the first, and then I need another 78 of damage of the extra part of the attack.
Yes.
So that's 4 of 9, which is 8. 17. One more. 21 damage.
Okay, he is definitely bloody.
And the Lizard King now has -4 AC until the end of the next round.
Okay. So okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I believe it is Rafe's turn.
Sorknir just nods in satisfaction from down below.
Can I see the Lizard King?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Because
Then-
of where everyone was looking, you can see the Lizard King.
Then Rafe is just going to magic missile him
Oh, nice.
as a second level spell, which
Wait.
means I do an extra missile. How many missiles is that again?
Should
I can
be
never
4.
remember. Is
I
it
believe it's 3 for the
I
base
think
level.
it starts at 3 and then goes up by 1 per spell level. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that put me at? Got them bookmarked in my book. Let's see. 3. So the 4 darts. So 44 plus 4 damage effectively is what's hitting him.
Hitting him. Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 5, 11 damage.
Okay.
Not much.
he-
She can only see. She can just like, yeah, we'll do this one so I don't hit Fro.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, don't hit the owlin. Then it is. Who is next?
Iolna.
Okay. Iolna, you're up.
All right. So that pierced the heavens you just did, Sorknir. Is that like a persistent effect? Is there now a lightning cloud, or?
Yeah, like normally there would have been like a poison cloud kind of thing, but
If you used poison, it would have been a cloud of poison.
mentally I'm kind of picturing it as like a crackling is just kind of like continuing about him, which is just kind of messing him up. And
Yeah, the crackling
him
is what's
less,
causing the -4 to AC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just wanted to like I didn't want to be going in there if there was like a lightning field surrounding him, you know?
No, there is not. If there was a lightning field surrounding the Lizard King, Fro would have been hurt also.
Good point, yes. Okay. Then yeah, I think Yolna's just gonna pop the rest of the way up the wall, and let's go ahead and try a web attack. That seems useful at this point. So that would be a 17 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Rad. So the way the web attack works is that the Lizard King is now restrained, which is to say speed becomes 0, attack rolls against it have advantage, its attacks have disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dexterity saves. On its turn, as an action, it can choose to make a strength check to burst the webbing, but until then it is restrained, so just tying him down. And that's going to be me.
Okay.
I feel kind of bad for this guy.
Yeah, I do too, but at the same time,
It's okay. We won't have to feel bad about him for much longer.
he's an okay. That's the Lizard King, correct?
I assume
Yes.
so, unless there's somebody else here that I'm forgetting about.
No.
Yeah, I thought
Lizard
they
King
were all dead.
Lizard King was halfway through the initiative order.
Yeah, I was just making sure I had the right person. Okay. Let's see. So, could you read off to me the effect again?
Yeah,
Please?
restrained. Speed becomes 0. Anyone attacking it has advantage. Its attacks
Okay.
have disadvantage. And then it has disadvantage on dexterity saves specifically.
Okay, thank you. Uh,
Hmm. That's less than ideal.
It's the Lizard King. He knows it's his only chance of staying alive for a few more minutes.
You mean a few more seconds?
Yes. That's a good point. Yeah, especially in D&D terms, this guy is last.
Ah.
He's not gonna. Not that they normally make it that long, but he's definitely not going to make it to 30 seconds. Lizard King is like, I take this land, it's mine. And we're like, holy lightning powers.
I come from a land of lightning. I mean, Yorick's just sitting there in shock this whole time, hasn't even cast a spell. He doesn't even know. It's like, what the heck?
Yorick's probably still processing the 100 people that you killed in a single stroke. It's a pretty gentle soul. That probably hit him pretty hard.
Maybe a touch.
Just a little bit. I mean, this isn't the first, group of 100 people she's killed in one strike.
Oh, well, in that case.
She's literally fighting in wars in the background and has been for a couple of years. Right?
Well,
that's like, oh yeah.
At least she's used to seeing that then, so that she's not affected.
Not remotely.
I loved Iolna's response initially to this before we had it spelled out for us that it was bad juju. You're just like, what? It's part of the cycle. This is the burn, and then comes. And
Well,
then
sure,
comes,
yeah.
Then comes the rebirth. What's the
Right?
problem?
It makes sense, except they salted the earth,
Right.
and that's not okay.
Bad hoodoo.
So I got new glasses, right?
Oh, nice.
So these things are a little weird though,
Yeah.
because if you know, I have to get them. The hook is here.
Yeah, it's pretty high
Oh.
up.
It's in front of my ear, so I've got to go find somewhere to get these adjusted because I ordered them online after getting exam. But when they sent me the
elongated.
glasses, which have blue light blocker on it, they sent me a blue laser pointer. So you can shine it through the glasses and see how much blue light is being eliminated by the glasses.
That's kind of cool.
That's a little neat little trick,
Oh,
but I would have
yeah.
preferred a red one so I could mess with somebody's cat.
I feel like it's a little dangerous. I mean, how many
It
people
is.
are going to shine the blue laser pointer into their eyes?
There's a reason the battery's not in it.
Far too many.
I don't trust my own
As always.
children.
Wise.
Oh, we have lost our game master, so we're just chatting.
Yeah, that does make it a little tricky to.
The abilities are insane. I have another one, but in which I could deal 2d6 shock damage, right? But if they falls to or are below 20% of their health within one round of being struck, it explodes on them and does half shock damage to everyone within 30 feet.
Nice.
And since they were already below half their health before my second turn, I'm like, I don't want a chance making it worse.
I'm starting to feel a little underpowered next to y'all, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the stuff Jenny gave me, but like a +2 AC to all animal forms is not much compared to you exploding enemies by just being there.
It's a little insane. It really is.
Yeah,
I feel like as a level 4 ability, both of these are a bit much, right? I'm at we're a level 4 still, but if we were to get like one of these at level 10, that would be worthwhile. But
Makes sense, yeah.
This feels about that range.
Because anything above level 12 doesn't matter. Once you hit level 12 to 14, it just the game is broken beyond all belief in every possible way. 5e's just built that way.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are at that level. You are like ideally power wise, you are basically demigod level. You're starting to fight at that. You're starting to fight at that level.
Yeah.
So,
And
it
that's
makes
where I came out. I mean, most of my stuff came out of 3.5, right? I played a
Right.
little AD&D, so second ed AD&D, which is when you add them up, there was the original, which was like a red box or a black box or whatever.
The red box,
and then there
yeah.
was then there was blue. Then there was a second box, right? A different set that came out. Then that was called AD&D, and then there was second ed AD&D, and then there was 3.0, and then there was 3.5, and now we're on. Then there was fourth, and then there was fifth, and now we're issuing 5.5 or 6, whatever they want to call it. It's
Well, they're
technically
calling
the
it
8th
1.
version of the game. It's the 8th version of the game. It's kind of a little.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not kidding about the game being broken. In my home game, we were sitting at level 19, I think, and my bard of all characters has an AC of 26, and it's like, what's even the point
Yeah.
at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where like 3.5 was great because even if your AC was really obscene, you and the monsters could roll really obscene because your bonuses were high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fifth ed doesn't give you much of a bonus to all of your attack rolls. So your AC
Yeah,
doesn't.
comparatively, yeah.
Your AC compared to your attack roll, the AC is harder and harder to hit, because your attack doesn't grow at the same rate.
I don't know. It depends. If you're really min-maxing, you're getting pretty decent. Because by 14, what are we at for words? The
Proficiency bonus?
proficiency, thank you.
Proficiency bonus at level 14 is only a +5.
That's 5. So, you're looking at a +9 to your attacks there, most likely. Right? You're +4 from your attribute and +5 from your proficiency.
Mhm.
Like, that's pretty good. That's able to hit. You're going to get it. You're able to hit 26 there. Not great, but it's conceivable, certainly. And you're not usually that high at 14, right? Like, you're going to be a few lower. So I feel like you can stay pretty good in the curve, but it definitely depends.
It falls apart because most of the monsters at that level, so if you aren't going up against built NPCs,
Mhm.
most of the monsters straight out of the manual at that level that you should be fighting, their ACs are pushing are at least 30 most of the time. Like,
Which then gets crazy, yeah.
It gets crazy.
And
Yeah.
to be fair, like, that's where your magic items and stuff are supposed to make up the difference. So it's always hard with D&D.
D&D doesn't do money, so getting magic items is really hard.
Right. Yeah. Unless, it's not built well into the campaign. It's very much on the GM to just kind of fuzz that out and make that work somehow, right? Where now, like,
Yeah,
you
for
are
sure.
equipped. And to be fair, like, that's kind of always the tabletop thing, is that your GM needs to make sure that you're equipped for whatever you're facing. But I totally agree. Like, it's tough. It gets tough as you get to the higher levels there if you're not doing that already to be ready for those things.
Yeah, and that's where, like, I actually really enjoy the Pathfinder 2e because it is much more balanced. They took
Nice.
a lot of time figuring out how to balance the game better. And instead of and as much as everybody, has different methods, the standard array and the rolling method are out the window. It's just, nope. Here, everybody starts with a 10 in every stat because you're average. You get X number of boosts. Oh, you're a dwarf. Sure, you get a boost to Constitution, but then you get free boosts. A free boost you can spend anywhere else. And then you pick a class. Your class will give you 2 boosts, one in a guaranteed. You have to pick. So you're a fighter. Okay, well, you have to pick your strength or dexterity and a free boost you can put anywhere else. And then your background will give you a boost. Well, so you were a guard, right? So I've decided to be just that dwarf, right? So I picked to be a guard. So because I'm a fighter, I want to be a guard background. Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to give me a boost to my strength or constitution and another boost elsewhere. So I can actually put my strength at 18 at start.
Hey guys.
It's huge. Welcome back, Jenny.
Hello.
Howdy.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, I like the Pathfinder 2e boost system better than the standard array or rolling because everybody has a chance to be amazing in the thing they really want to be, as opposed to
maybe, right?
That's why I've always preferred the point-buy system.
There are a few things more frustrating than the martial character early on that just misses horribly with their attack, and then it's just like, okay, I'll talk to you guys again in 5 minutes.
And they got rid of and they don't have and your bonuses are changed, right? So you get a constantly increasing bonus every level for your attack, your proficiency. But then you can also become, if instead of just trained in weapons, you can become an expert at first level in a weapon. Oh, nice. And then I'm a master. I can become a master in this weapon thing. So now I've got a huge bonus by level like 2. You can be everything you wanted to be in your character's concept before you send them out to do anything. I'm like, that's so much nicer.
I agree. I very much enjoy.
Okay, let's get. Shall we get back to it?
Yes. Let's.
Yeah.
We were on, I believe it was the Lizard King, or
It
no,
was the
Iolna.
It's the
Yolna's
Lizard
turn.
King's turn. He just got wrapped up.
Yeah, it's the
Oh, okay.
Lizard King's turn. He'd been wrapped up, and the Lizard King was doing something.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the Lizard King was doing.
Surrendering if he has any brains.
Uh, the Lizard King don't got no brains.
Well, then I guess that's off the table.
Ha.
Well, when
Yeah,
you're
the Lizard
paid
King
by
is dumb
someone,
as a pile of rocks.
Well, that's convenient.
I don't know if I'd let him live either way.
Oh no, we ain't letting him live. Especially after what he did to all the kobolds.
He ate them, we know.
Oh, I didn't say anything about the townsfolk. I just said no no livestock.
Well,
Okay.
let's find out what. Let's finish him off so we can find out what happened.
Oh yeah. So you said disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that missed. He tried to take another he tried to take another swing at Miona and failed.
That's what the webs are for. I'm doing my job.
He just got himself more tangled in the webs. Yeah, now he's even
I don't blame him.
Okay. I lost
Well.
Jenny's audio again.
Yep.
So we know it's Sorknir's turn. But what is Sorknir going to do to the Lizard King?
Oh, poor Lizard King. Well, as it turns out, I get 4 of those casts of Pollute the Heavens a day, so let's just go ahead and finish this guy off. Sorkir raises his hammer one more time to the heavens.
I was having bad luck with I accidentally closed the tab.
Oh no. Doesn't help.
So my phone didn't die, just the tab closed.
And that's a 17 to hit, which we know hit before.
There's someone before you.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, it's Fro's
Bro,
turn.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Fro's turn. One second, I'm just pulling Fro's character sheet back up.
How could I have forgotten about the 24-foot Owlin who's punching the Lizard King to death currently?
Fro had oh no, they're not 24 anymore. They're back to small size.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah, after they I did say that after they punched the gate that they that they went back to small.
Okay.
One sec. Brain, Bart.
On swiping at the Lizard King, Fro takes off his head.
Okay.
Fro has taken off the Lizard King's head with their arm blade sickle.
That'll work.
Okay, yeah.
And let's see. So a let's see, 11. Everyone gains. Wait. If only Rafe took out the 80 lizard folk, does just Rafe get it, or does everyone get it?
Everyone gets it. Everyone in the party benefits from the XP.
Okay. That's 9,100.
So 9,000 H.
9,100 experience.
Goodness.
Because the Lizard King is worth 1,100, and each Lizard Folk is worth 100.
And those are typically divided then by 4 or 5, depending on how many party members you have.
Right.
No, I was just saying what the total was. I wasn't saying that's what
Yeah.
everyone gets.
So we would need to divide that.
Yes.
I mean, 9,100 by 4 is like 22, 25-ish.
What, 100 or?
2,225 is the number I'm trying to...
Okay, 2,205. 25.
Right. So
I'm sorry, 2,275. I was 50 points off.
2,275.
2275. Okay.
And how much did we get out of that first group of it would have been like 100 XP each off those previous lizard folk, right? So
Yeah.
So 2,300 XP. But we have to hit 6,500 total. So we started at 2,700.
Not 6,000.
As of level
Wait.
4, right?
Yeah.
So we're at 2,700. Now we add 2,375 to it. So that would bring... so it's 5,075 is where all 4 of us players should be at.
Okay, so how's everybody looking now?
We're just kind of hanging around, looking around the fortification. Then I guess.
Yeah, let's find out what's going on with the people. Where are they?
Yeah, maybe pan away from Yulna for a while. She's got some Rancho things to
Roll
do.
investigation.
Is this investigation involving? Oh, never mind. That would not apply. 8.
Sadly, I got the exact same roll.
Oof.
Well, it's not a very high DC. This isn't a major DC. I'm just having you roll investigation to see like. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this.
Doing it is more of a simple check to just see like how well we're succeeding at it.
Yes.
Cool.
That. And what about you, Iona?
I think Yulna's going to be busy for a little bit. She doesn't have time to roll investigation, but we don't need to interrogate that.
Okay.
She's got Rancho business to take care of. Don't worry about it.
Ah.
It's a very biteable body, right up nearby.
Wait, did you say biteable?
Bindable and biteable, yes.
Oh.
I mean, it's
So,
already webbed up. I don't even have to
Line
do that
from
part.
BG3. From another ranchero.
I mean, the Australian redback will just eat it. It just does that.
Yeah.
It's true. It was super easy. Just had to explain to him that there were other things, and it was like, oh, yeah, giddy up.
Okay. So with those rolls, you guys definitely see you guys see a disturbance. Well, not disturbance, a what's the word I'm looking for? My brain just froze. I can't figure out what the right word is. You guys see something nearby.
Okay. We walk over to it. What are we seeing?
It is a mound.
A
This
burial
dirt
mound.
seems slightly different.
How is it? What is the mound? What is different about the mound?
The mound is out of place because this is a cobblestone courtyard.
This defies my sense of order.
And Sorknir begins. He toes it a bit. Just kind of pokes at it with his toe.
Okay.
Is it made out of the cobblestones?
No, it is a dirt mound.
Okay.
So he's he's poking it and kind of clearing it away lazily with his foot, attempting to see if there's anything easy to see underneath.
How do I put this? As you are doing that, you happen to. I'm trying to figure out how to word this because it's not. You uncover a skull.
Okay. I reach.
It's not just
I
any skull;
recognize.
it's a child's skull.
Oh, delightful! I pick up the child's skull.
It is a child cobalt skull with teeth marks.
Does the skull appear to have been recently deprived of its flesh, or has it still been
Yes.
there for a while? Okay.
I think we may have found the townspeople.
Yeah.
And Sorknir
Gently puts it back down on the ground and actually takes out a little shovel and begins to dig a better hole for the skull so that it can be buried a little bit better.
As you are, so are you trying to
Not
dig
directly over the mound, but like 2 feet to the right, and then begins digging.
As you are digging, you actually find more bodies.
it seems that my theory was correct.
Well, yeah, that's not good.
I placed
yeah.
the skull in. I placed the skull still like in like the hole that I had been digging, just like by one of the skeletons, and cover it back up after looking down to the new skeleton that I uncovered, and Sorknir confirms that this assumption is correct.
Yeah, it's a good thing Yorick is still over by the gate.
Maybe don't
Yeah.
tell him about this part.
Yeah. Yeah. that might be necessary.
One sec. As we are standing here waiting, not waiting, oh, no freaking way. I just got a nat 20.
Okay. Good.
Well, is it good for us?
Oh no, it's not bad for you. It's something that both Jen and Nick know about.
Okay. What has occurred?
Yes. Do tell us.
You guys were as you guys were all just kind of like you guys were gathered around the
Impromptu burial mounts? Mass grave?
Yeah.
Puppies and kittens.
Indeed. I want to say like 10, 15 minutes after the fight ends, Yolna shows up as a lioness again, and she's just moving all stiff. It's that kind of movement where you've just had entirely too much to eat, and
Walking it off a little bit.
a little bit, yeah.
At least it's not turkey, that tryptophan that you automatically fall asleep anyway. That this is that, the cat would never have made it this far if it was turkey.
Exactly, yeah.
Just gave me a terrifying vision of a pack of house cats taking down a turkey.
If they do it. They will
Wouldn't
do
surprise me.
Well,
I haven't seen
turkeys
I haven't
are
really
mean.
seen like domestic cat do like the pack hunting thing, but it would surprise me not at all that they are capable of deciding to do that for some of the bigger prey in an area, especially birds. They just they're gonna go after birds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turkeys are. There were some wild turkeys where I used to live in Oklahoma, and they would attack people's dogs. They were so ferocious.
Oh yeah, they're mean, and like those are talons you don't want to mess with if you don't have to. Certainly.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, watching them attack and seriously damage cars because the car is mirror finished on it.
hmm
I'm like, that's not that. I don't want that hitting me ever. No.
Yeah, we really underestimate like how strong talons like of that sort are comparatively, like in hunting animals all the time.
Yeah, and that's where it makes you glad that turkeys are mostly herbivores,
Right.
but like most birds, they could be omnivores.
Right. Especially with their scavenging.
Yeah.
What is that? Carrion. There we go.
Do a queer cartoon review show as a podcast. That's one of the things that I work on, and we covered Infinity Train a while back. And because of that, one of the things that I was horrified to learn is that deer and many other mammals are not, in fact, herbivores, but opportunistic carnivores. They'll just eat whatever gets in their mouth.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, surprisingly, cats are the exception to the rule. Like
Mm-hmm.
cats are obligate carnivores.
Yep.
They can have maybe 1% like something, grain or whatever. Whereas the rest of us, we're opportunistic omnivores. We will eat whatever gets in our mouth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh no, not the rabbits. Oh yes, the rabbits. I've seen them clean meat off of a bone.
Sure.
I mean, just speaking from personal experience, my sister has a rabbit and it bites me every time I get near it, so.
Yeah, you taste good. Humans are extremely salty.
And a little sweet too, apparently. I was watching some stuff
Weird.
on dogs licking people, and to dogs we have a little bit of a salty sweet taste. I was like, oh really? My skin is a dessert to them? Like, no wonder.
Yep. They'll just
Okay,
run up and start licking.
let's get back on track. You guys, like, as you guys are burying that and all that, Fro comes. There's a glow come from the direction of Fro, and there is a magic net tries to ensnare her.
Oh, okay.
But she literally just glows, and the magic snare just dissolves.
God powers.
Yeah. Overpowering.
All right. So which direction did the magic net come from?
It came from the direction it came from was actually the direction we were supposed to head. But it wasn't a short range magic snare.
Of course not. There's no one left in a short range to cast
No,
it.
as in it wasn't anyone in the vicinity as of like a few miles.
Sorknir made that quip in universe.
Okay.
There's no one left. In short.
It's like, that was odd. There's no one left. And then you just and then Fro is just like, that didn't come from nearby.
Sorkner's like, yes, there's no one left nearby to
Yeah.
my friend. And he's
So-
laughing. Sorknir enjoys his gallows humor. He finds coming out of a berserker rage to finding the entire battle over to just be like, haha.
Yeah, it's just like a par for the course around Fro kind of shit.
Let's roll that direction.
Fro turns to you guys and says, "You guys have to. We have to go back to the Cobalt capital first, or at least you guys do,
Why is that?
to report to the Cobalt King."
Why not send a messenger, my friend? Is time not always of the essence?
Igneous, or is it Igneous or Ignatius? I can't remember which.
Igneous.
Igneous never what's on the Igneous never doesn't pay. Igneous always pays. And I have a feeling you guys will need it, especially since I am leaving.
I hesitate to even bring this up, but you did see the trap that just sort of fell out of nowhere to try and grab you. Is it really a good time for you to be wandering off on your own?
Indeed. As your
I
friend,
recognize
I
the magic that
find now to be a poor choice.
I recognize the magic. They are too strong for you.
What will you do then?
I will go confront them in my true form.
It is unwise for you to do this without me.
Deity to deity.
Well, if you're going
My
to insist
thing,
on
As
going,
you wish.
Sorknir is very unhappy, but can't argue beyond that point.
thank you, my thing.
Make sure you
I
return,
will be in touch.
my friend.
And you know, if you ever are in need of my help, I am but a summons away.
Until then.
And then Fro literally just does like one of those Viking arm grabs, Viking handshake, and then just says, "All of you should avert your eyes."
Please do try not to get eaten, dear. Things are going to be very much less strange around here without you.
What was that?
Please do try not to get eaten, dear. Things are going to be much less strange around here without you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I that's what I thought you said. I just wasn't sure that's what I heard you right. Okay. I promise you, I won't get eaten. Apparently, an old friend is wanting a chat. I suggest you all turn away now.
Ah, very well.
Yeah. Do all of you does everyone turn away, or?
I believe that was the guess. Yeah.
Oh well, no, because only one of you actually replied to that. That's why I asked.
We were all motioning on our screens of us,
Oh.
like we're kind of like hiding
Sorry.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We all turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. I was like, huh? I was trying to figure out what the frick was going on.
Yes, we all avert our eyes to your magnificence.
What are you?
Yeah,
What are you doing? Averting our eyes, Lord.
Excellent. Continue.
Well, literally, what it is it's like the second you guys have averted your eyes, there's just like it's like the heat from a nuclear explosion from where Fro was standing.
I hope not.
No, it wasn't an actual nuclear explosion. It was just Fro.
Just that bright. I know what you're getting at.
It was just Fro going full deity.
I mean, I've got some hit points, but not like that.
As you disappear, it's just still like kind of like clearing the eyes even with that.
Well, we must return. I, for one, do not feel like riding that two-legged creature any further.
And Sorknir makes a symbol, and the carriage, which had been following close by, comes into range.
Frankly, I think I'd trust the dinosaurs more than.
You
But
can
have
always
fun.
keep and ride the dinosaur bird.
That was my plan, yes.
Suit yourself.
Sorknir works his way up into the carriage driver's seat, which is now a much easier climb for him.
Yes.
He's now
25% easier, in fact.
In fact, his head is now taller. Not the ears, obviously, but the head is higher than Rafe's. Rafe is the shortest member of the party now.
Yes.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, well,
So
when you're in
we
full lion form, that's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
we ride back to the city then.
Yes. Yeah, you guys make it back to the city in rather good time for actually taking the what's the word I'm looking for? The non-express route.
Well, whatever. I have tied all of the unused the H Raptor things to the back of the carriage, so we don't lose them.
Oh no, they literally, like, when you guys didn't mount up on them, they literally just turned and started loping back towards the capital.
Oh no! Rafe rounded them up and tied them to the carriage.
Okay.
I mean, we were entrusted with these animals. We can't just let them run off.
Right? If the king wants them back, we have to take them back safely. And there are, sentient. There's beings out there that eat other sentient beings intentionally, not
True.
just to avoid letting them go to waste.
Yeah, some of them are right here.
Yes.
When we arrive in the city, Sorknir dismounts, does some looking at himself compared to the carriage, turns around to Iolna and Rafe and says,
I have taken my new size into scrutiny. I am now 5'4" and 3/4 of an inch. Let it be known.
He says this completely deadpan to you, as though this is a very important update for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
turns and goes to move on after leaving you to absorb this important information. So we're back in the city.
Yes.
So, do you think he's ever? Yeah, no. Do you think he's gonna just never shut up about it, or is it just gonna, keep coming out?
Well, I mean, I feel like there's an even chance he gets taller again the next time we see Fro, so...
I'll put down 10 gold on that. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
10 gold that he doesn't get taller again.
Absolutely, money on the table.
Oh, that's just priceless.
Sorkner
right.
didn't catch any of this marching
No.
on ahead.
No.
I have a feeling that Yorick would do the same. Yorick would also get in on this bet.
Maybe. That's a maybe. I don't know.
Yorick's always supportive of Sorkner. I feel like he'd be in favor.
Sure, I'll bet 20 gold, 10 to each of you.
All right.
Yeah. So upon you guys coming within sight of the city, the dragon the dragon horses start to pull at the reins.
Okay, I'll untie them once we get back to to the city, so they can go to the stables.
Yeah. Yeah, so they literally book it back into the city the second they're they're taking off the
Yep, take off the lead. Yep.
off the lead.
Well, that is a shame. I was hoping they would stick around. Oh well.
Did you not get enough to eat?
Oh no, they're just incredibly... It's nice to have a mode of transportation that isn't going to throw me in the air.
Huh?
Understandable.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, if you'll recall, Yolna and the carriage are fighting.
Oh yeah, Iona and the carriage are definitely fighting. The carriage actually literally what I'm looking for. Just make like manifest a middle finger out of the floor.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Sorkner slams a fist down when he catches that. So,
The carriage actually manifests a question mark.
Behave.
Oh, that's just priceless. It starts to complain, like give a complaining type of like
manifest
gesture.
a frowny face.
It starts to manifest a it starts to manifest a boot to kick you, and then it realizes who it's about to kick, and it realizes that you're its owner's Thane, and it completely stops moving and retracts the boot back into itself.
Wise.
You see, this is exactly the problem that I have with deities. You say one thing wrong and they immediately react with violence.
It's not even a deity.
No, it's not, but it is a deific artifact.
It requires a strong hand. Sorkir
Yes.
pauses and continues with a bit of a wry smile. And the lucky hand of fate does not hurt to have on your side either.
I suppose it must not.
As Sorknir continues with a very smug grin on his face, having overcome the chariot battle of wills.
Yes.
As we continue on into the city. Do we make it back to the king without issue?
Oh yeah, you guys make it. Well, you guys meet up. You guys get what's the word I'm looking for? Escorted from the
Okay, we're escorted to the king.
escorted by Ash all the way from the gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Ash meets you guys at the city gate and the inner gate of the city, because as you might remember, the city is divided up into 3 sections. Or the middle gate, not
Right,
the
yeah.
inner gate. The middle gate.
Okay. We move through the gates.
Yeah.
Sorknir
Ash
catches
asks,
her up
did you guys
on
happen to bring anything as proof?
Would you have preferred we brought the bones of your people?
That right there
There were
makes a few guards you guys are passing flinch.
there were over 100 bodies, and I'm pretty sure. I look at Iolna. You ate the Lizard King, didn't you?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
not.
ate the Lizard King. Yeah, you know.
It's. I didn't eat him exactly. It's more of a internal dissolution, and then you bring out the juices, and there's a husk.
Technically, no. The best kind of correct.
I drank him. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So, and it seems that they're flinching because of not because you mentioned dead bodies, more that there were so many. Also, I don't think you guys buried them properly.
We don't know their rights, so we have to send somebody back to bury them so that they can properly bury their own people.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
avenging squad, not the burial squad.
Yeah, we don't do the we don't clean up.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a hand to lend at some point, but we just have no idea, procedure here.
I was saying Sorknir briefs her over the experience so that she knows where the location of the rough location, so they can send out a group of people.
Okay.
That.
She bows to all of you in thanks.
Do we continue on to Igneous?
Oh yeah, no.
or
And then, but after she bows to you guys, she turns to a guard, pretty much gives them instructions to go retrieve the bodies and of their people.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So then we continue on up the stairs further in.
Yep.
Walk, 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 walk,
Waka 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 waka.
walk.
Who did that? Who did the Three Stooges?
That was not the Stooges.
That wasn't? Oh,
No.
that was Zoidberg?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I
That was
thought that was
Zoidberg.
the Three Stooges at first.
No, that definitely wasn't the Stooges. I can do the Stooges. That was not the Stooges.
Yeah, I thought that was the noise that I think or Larry makes.
No, Larry never makes that one. Curly, the original Curly, occasionally does.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're meeting the king now. Where's Igneous?
Oh wait, no, Curly was the one that was bald. Yeah, Curly. So yeah, you guys come upon the castle, and it is rather ornate.
Yeah, to be expected of a king, especially a dragon.
Aye,
No,
fair enough.
I don't mean like gold and jewels. Like I mean ornate as in like wood carvings. Like not a single piece of metal, like ornamentation.
Still to
all
be expected of a
functional metal.
dragon.
It's all functional metal only.
Yeah, it's still to be expected of a dragon. Fancy wrought metal working or wood carving, whatever. It's a dragon. They like their fancy, pretty things.
True. Yeah. But you would think that with a silver dragon who tend to be vain, there would be more metallic sculptures.
Maybe. Hard to say.
True.
I mean, I don't know dragons, but I certainly wouldn't want a statue made out of me hanging around.
I can't
I
disagree.
never said it. You know what I mean? Like more vain and like things that they could look at their reflection in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Glasswork is glasswork, you know, or silver backed, it doesn't matter. Anywho, moving along.
Yeah. You guys reach the audience chambers, and it is not at all what you expected.
Okay.
It is just a simple room. There's no grand throne.
Sure.
It's just like any sitting room you would find in like any house that has one.
Okay.
And the king looks up from where he's sitting and sees you all and notices a distinct lack of owl-type beings.
Well, you know, she said she had to go take care of some things with another god that tried to catch her in a magical net.
Ah, I see that they have returned. I wish Fro
Faye?
had at least let me know before she left.
Now, when you say they, is that a singular they, or...
It is singular and plural. It is singular in the one that tried to catch them, but it is plural as in their followers also.
Ominous. I like it. Good start.
Yeah,
You are dealing with a cult.
well, that's pretty common.
To an elder god.
Also, not that uncommon.
It is when this elder god is even older than the old one.
Is that not what's usually implied by elder? I don't
No, the
know
old one
too
as in
much about the
Cthulhu.
outer cosmology, but...
The elder one is Cthulhu. Like, he's like one of the oldest, like, eldritch.
Hold on now. Who's older than that one?
The one who has returned. I have a feeling your quest has something to do with them.
If I'm honest, I'm not too bothered by the idea of a cult. I mean, it would have maybe been a concern a few hours ago, but having seen Rafe do her thing, I mean, what are occultists gonna do?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You make a valid point there. But also, without your patron, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but this one being made ordained kind of helps. I mean, I realize, it's the lowest of the ranks, but it does help.
What was that you said?
It's the lowest of the ranks, but it does help, right?
No, before that.
Oh, this one, pointing over to Sorknir, being
Oh.
made her Thane does help.
Okay. Yeah, my brain didn't register that. Yeah, the like Igneous literally has a look of absolute shock on their face when you mentioned that Sorknir was made Thane to Fro.
Sorknir, upon seeing the shock, scrutinizes him, attempting to see if he can figure out a clue as to why.
Would that be investigation?
Yep, or insight.
Insight. Roll insight.
$12.
You got nothing. He just staring at you.
Just give him an eye for a little bit, and nothing comes in. And just like,
He's just looking at you.
I don't mean to be rude, but weren't you here for that? I mean, we were standing in front of you when she did that whole ceremony.
Is that one of those god things where they only show it to some people?
I see Fro still doesn't completely trust me, even after all these centuries.
Oh dear. Sorry if that's a sore spot.
It's fine. It just goes to show that your past can definitely mess up your future.
We dwarfs believe our past is our future.
Yes, Master Dwarf, but I am speaking from a dragon's perspective.
Hmm.
Things that happened millennia ago are coming back to bite you in the butt. Something I hope you will never have to endure.
What? No, I deal with that on a daily basis back home. It's sometimes a pain in the butt, but usually it's just something that happens.
As you have probably guessed, I am a silver dragon. But not just any silver dragon. I am the first.
I
I was a direct child of the primal metallic dragon.
Yeah.
Thus, my nature was stronger than my descendants. I did not handle my power properly. And it has cost me much over the years. One thing being Overax's trust.
Well, that's a thing that happens. But what do you know about your parents waking up?
Ah,
And we're gonna stop there because it is now five. It is now 5 Central, which is the end of the episode time. And we will see you in 1 month, the first week, the first Saturday in January. I hope you all have a wonderful
Indeed.
holiday season. All on the Table will be back next week with Secrets of Small Gods. I myself will be there. All on the Table will be back the week after that. Instead of the normal Wonderland Complications, there will be a special episode as we will be involved in a trans holiday party streaming event. More information on that will be posted on our Instagram coming out soon, as well as several others. We're working with the Gender Federation and the Transverse, our parent network, on that. And I'll be on the Transverse myself that Saturday, the 16th, with some musical guests. And then we will probably be off on the 24th. I think that's that next Saturday after that. And with, I believe, Patch, you're on for the 31st, the next
That's right.
31st. Yeah.
Yep, I'll be running a special New Year's Eve one-shot.
Yep. So I'm sorry, that's the 30th, not the 31st. So the 30th,
Well,
the last
close
Saturday
enough.
of the month. We're fairly close. So we will be back for that Christmas Eve one shot and that special New Year's one shot, and then back again the following Saturday for all of us here to find out the connection between the parents and the kid. I hope you all have a wonderful time. There's a lot going on this December, and All on the Table is enjoying is here for everything. Please do join us on that weekend of the 16th. The streaming party begins on the 14th. I don't know who yet. We'll help announce that. You can check our Instagram, All on the Table RPGs, for that as we share. And it is a fundraiser to help a trans-owned gender care clinic. So please join us and give us a help out with that. We'll see you soon. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Take care, y'all.
Bye, guys.